Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking the absolutely fascinating world of Calvin Shejin George. He's a cybersecurity specialist who operates right at this really unique intersection of top-tier institutional security and grassroots entrepreneurship down in Kerala, India. See, he isn't just building software, he is literally constructing a comprehensive architecture for cyber resilience. We're going to dig into his brand, his strategy, and his methodology, pulling straight from the source materials that define his professional presence to see exactly how he builds this digital fortress.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our professional dark mode dashboard is going to guide us through his complex professional ecosystem today. We'll start with Section 1, the Modern Cyber Survival Guide, then move to 2, Shifting to Proactive Defense. After that, it's 3, Targeting the Right Audiences, 4, Designing High-Tech Noir, and we'll wrap up with 5, Securing Tomorrow's Digital Ecosystems.
Section 1, the Modern Cyber Survival Guide.
Right off the bat, we have to establish the foundational philosophy that drives Calvin's entire brand. I want you to seriously think about this question. Is cybersecurity just a career, or is it a survival skill? Maybe 20 years ago, you just say career, but today, digital literacy is absolutely a non-negotiable necessity. It's the locks on your doors, the alarm system for your house, and the vault for your most precious assets. That modern reality is the bedrock of everything he does.
And that brings us straight to his core vision. The source material states it perfectly. Defensa was born from the belief that digital literacy and cyber defense are no longer optional, they're essential survival skills in the modern world. Do you see what he's doing there? He takes this highly technical, behind-the-scenes IT work and completely elevates it into a philosophical calling. He isn't just selling a service, he's sounding the alarm and throwing us a life raft.
So, how does that calling play out in reality? Well, it creates this incredible contrasting duality in his career. On one hand, you have his grassroots educational entrepreneurship. He's the founder of Defenso Academy and the Third Eye Sanctum. He's actively teaching and building from the ground up. But then, on the flip side, he's operating at this massive macro level of institutional security, serving as the chief secretary for both the cybercrime agency and cyberworld.org. He seamlessly jumps between helping a student learn ethical hacking and directing high-level cyber resilience for huge organizations. It's wild.
Section 2, Shifting to Proactive Defense.
And this brilliantly illustrates his strategic methodology and how he totally challenges the status quo. On one side, we have the old standard, the reactive security model. You know the drill. Build a wall, wait for a threat to hit it, and then scramble like crazy to fix the breach. Calvin completely rejects that. Instead, he champions an AI-enhanced, proactive, intelligence-led defense. His systems aren't just sitting there waiting for an attack. They are actively hunting for vulnerabilities before they can ever be exploited.
A perfect functional example of this is mobile pen testing. He essentially becomes a highly skilled digital burglar, deliberately breaking into your mobile applications to expose the weak spots before the actual bad guys find them. It's kind of ironic, right? Hiring a hacker to protect you from hackers? But it is incredibly effective for safeguarding user data and protecting brand reputation. For digital product owners, this service is the functional trigger. It solves those terrifying security gaps before they turn into a front-page data breach nightmare.
Section 3, Targeting the Right Audiences.
So, with a skill set that broad and high-tech, how does he actually position himself in the market? Well, let's unpack his strategy. His price point is definitely premium because he's offering highly specialized expert services. His innovation is differentiated through his use of AI and proactive defense. His market is niche, focusing tightly on leadership, training, and pen testing. But the really important part is his purpose. It is entirely mission-driven. He is trying to create a safer cyber world for tomorrow. His premium niche positioning isn't just a cash grab, it's driven entirely by a deep-seated mission to protect people. Because that mission is so genuine, his brand naturally appeals to 3 very distinct audiences. First up, you have aspiring tech defenders, those students and professionals looking for mentor-led training. Second, you have corporate and institutional leaders who desperately need strategic leadership because, let's be real, nothing keeps a CEO awake at night quite like the fear of a corporate data breach. And finally, digital product owners, like the app developers we just mentioned. It is so rare to find a brand that speaks just as authentically to a college student as it does to an elite corporate executive, but he totally nails it. And the way he connects with all of them is through what the source analysis calls the third eye trigger. This is the ultimate emotional anchor for his brand. Think about it. Whether you're a student learning the ropes or a stressed-out CEO, the psychological need is exactly the same. You just want peace of mind. By positioning himself as this third eye, a vigilant, all-seeing protector, he provides that comfort. He's the guy staying awake, keeping watch on the digital horizon, so you don't have to.
Section 4. Designing High-Tech Noir. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how he visually communicates that identity. How do you actually look like a silent, all-seeing digital protector? The specific language used for his visual identity is perfect. High-tech noir, defensive minimalism, and professional dark mode. His digital presence uses a sophisticated card system UI with subtle border gradients and glass morphism. It gives everything this layered, tactile feel, like you just logged into a highly classified security dashboard. Even the custom line art icons, like a shield, make his diverse skill set feel like a sleek Swiss Army knife.
His color palette totally reinforces this vibe too. His environment is completely dominated by these deep, eerie blacks and jet grays, making up about 85% of the visual space. It instantly gives off that silent defender energy. But then it is strategically pierced by 15% saffron and gold accents. So the deep blacks immerse you in the cyber world, while that pop of gold draws your eyes straight to his high-value credentials and authority points. It's such a masterful, high-contrast combination.
And even his typography is doing heavy lifting here. He relies on a modern sans serif font called Poppins, but the genius is in the extreme weight variance. He uses these heavy, semi-bold headers that just command authority. That's the chief secretary side of him coming through. But then he balances it out with lightweight body copy that feels clean, editorial, and super approachable, which is his grassroots educator side. The font system literally mirrors his dual identity.
Section 5. Securing tomorrow's digital ecosystems. Okay, let's decode exactly how he talks to his audience and structures his overarching messaging. The analysis highlights a very specific declaration-to-vision rhythm that he uses in his copy. It's a three-step process. Step 1, you hit them with a functional definition, like we are implementing automated AI threat detection. Step 2, you pivot to the philosophical justification, because safeguarding data is the foundation of modern human trust. And finally, Step 3, you land on an inspiring mission. Together, we are building a safer future. See how that flows? He takes a basic, cold technical service and methodically turns it into a grand philosophical calling.
The end result of that incredibly tight messaging structure gives us these powerful, key taglines: building safer digital ecosystems, turning knowledge into power, shaping defenders of the digital age. I mean, those aren't just standard marketing slogans, right? They're authoritative mission statements for protecting the global community.
Which brings us to the final thought for our explainer today. We've seen exactly how Calvin Shejin George structures his brand, his methodology, and his mission to protect the digital frontier. But remember, cyber resilience isn't just his responsibility. It's a modern survival skill that every single one of us needs. So I want to leave you with this one provocative question to think about. In a world of constantly evolving digital threats, who is your third eye?